y'all, it's Kate, and today I'm going to be doing the rapid fire book tag. This was created by Kate from GirlReading, and I was tagged by Taylor from TaylorTalksBooks. Basically what you do is you answer questions really fast, and they're just little short questions. So yeah, ebook or physical book? Physical book. Like most people, I just like to feel the book in my hands and to turn the pages. I use ebooks only when I have like a book in a series that comes out and I don't own the other books. Paperback or hardback? Paperback, because I like the way that it's easy to move. I don't know, hardbacks are just kind of harder to read from, no pun intended. Online or in-store book shopping? In-store, definitely. Trilogies or series? Series. Heroes or villains? Well, even though it's stereotypical, I have to say heroes because villains just kind of get in the way. The only villains that I like are the ones that end up turning into heroes, you know what I'm saying? So if they're villains that turn into heroes, then villains, but technically that still ultimately leads me to the answer of heroes, so heroes. What's a book you want everyone to read? A Chord of Mist and Fury by Sarah J. Maas. Recommend an underrated book. The Snow Child by A.O. and Ivy. I've actually talked about this one a lot, but it's great. Everyone should read it if you want a book with a slow plot line. That's pretty slow, but it's good. It's real good. The last book you finished? A Chord of Mist and Fury by Sarah J. Maas. Again, I mean, can I just scream reading slump? Does that make sense? Last book you bought? Well, you see, the last book I bought is actually Alicia en el País de las Maravillas, which is a Spanish translation of Alice in Wonderland, which I've been taking Spanish for, I think, 5 years now, and I'm not taking it next year anymore, so I want to maintain my Spanish because I actually love Spanish. I just can't put it in my schedule anymore, so I got this book so I can immerse myself entirely, and it's going good so far. I can read the back, kind of. Weirdest bookmark you've ever used? Paint samples, and I use them like more often than I use actual bookmarks, which is kind of sad. Used books, yes or no? Yes, because I'm cheap. Top 3 favorite genres: fantasy, contemporary, and historical fiction. Borrow or buy? Buy. I just, I like to be able to mark my favorite pages and go back to them and reread them. Characters or plot? Characters. I think the characters are my favorite part of stories always. They are what make it special to me and what make me love them. The plot, yes, it's nice, but I'm never a person that discounts a book because it has a slow plot. Example A, The Snow Child, which I just talked about. Long or short books? I think long. This is a hard one for me because, yeah, when I'm reading a long book, I get kind of frustrated and I just want it to end. But when I read short books, I'm like, wow, I kind of wish I had more. So I think in the end, the quality of the book is better than, or more valuable to me than me being impatient, basically. Long or short chapters? Short, because once again, I'm pretty impatient, and sometimes I'll be like, oh, I'll just read a chapter before I go to sleep, and then the chapter is like 30 pages long, and I'm like, oh, screw it, I'm done. So I like to be able to complete a chapter before I finish, so I guess that's why I like short chapters. First 3 books that you think of: A Chord of Mist and Fury, Harry Potter, Lord of the Rings. Books that made you laugh or cry. Notes from the Midnight Driver by Jordan Sonnenblick made me laugh countless times. It is a really good book, which is, I actually considered putting it under the underrated book you recommend thing because it's very good. Not perfect by any means, but it is very funny. And then The Book Thief is a book that made me cry a lot. The book and the movie both made me cry so much, and I can't express my love for this book enough because it is so meaningful and amazing. Our world or fictional worlds? I would probably say fictional worlds because I would love to live in Middle Earth from Lord of the Rings. I just really would. I'm thinking either Rivendell or the Shire, but I've never been able to decide, so we're just gonna go with it. Audiobooks, yes or no? Yes, but not always. I don't typically use audiobooks, but I do when I do school books, and I get impatient with my reading assignments and I just put them on double speed. But also sometimes audiobooks are good when you want to just like lay down and just hear something, so I say yes, definitely. Do you ever judge a book by its cover? Yes. Book to movie or book to TV adaptations? I would say book to movie because I just enjoy the short distance or length of time, and with TV shows you have to watch them for a long time and they tend to not turn out very well. Actually, I can't say that because the only one that I've watched is Shadowhunters and it disappointed me greatly. But I'm sure that there are very many good book to TV adaptations, but for me, I prefer book to movie. A book to movie or a book to TV adaptation that you preferred more than the book? The Duff by Cody Keplinger. The book was not bad, but I did like the movie more than I liked the book. And finally, series or standalones. And I would say series, clearly. I mean, I'm sure some people like standalones, but series are just more developed and you get more connected to the characters and the plot line, and it's just so much more in-depth and involved, and I love that. I tag anybody who wants to do this tag because it is super fun, and I think that you should do it if you think it's cool. So that's all for today, and I'll see you soon. Bye!